Okay, good morning student. So in this lecture we are going to start our new chapter, the chapter number 15, the probability. So in a standard 10, chapter 1 to 14, 15, these all chapter are very easy, and if you get the master in that all chapter, so you haven't get the all weightage. So chapter number 15, first of all, in a 10 standard, according to our the new blueprint, the weightage of chapter number 15, it is 4 mark. Clear? It is 4 mark. But in this chapter, they are asking all 1 mark question. Clear? So they are asking 4 1 mark question, and the weightage of this chapter, it is 4. So according to our new blueprint, we can see that what? We have in the 4 different section of each 1 mark, like they are asking 4 true false, 4 fill in the blanks, 4 1 mark question. So they can ask either of them. They can ask true false, they can also ask fill in the blanks, like that. Clear? So in 9th standard we can already learn that things. What is the probability? Probability means what? It is, if suppose we are taking one of example, so from that you can get the idea what is the probability. Suppose I am tossing a coin. So if I am tossing the coin, so we have the 2 outcome, either it is head or tail. Clear? Either it is head or a tail. So we have a 2 possible outcome, head or tail. Clear? So this is called an event. This is called an event. Tossing a coin, it is called one kind of the event. Now I am saying, suppose we have the 2 cricket teams and I am tossing. So India team, they are saying that head. Clear? And if he got head, so it means what? They won the toss. And if they doesn't, so it means what? They lost the toss. Clear? So we have the 2 possible 50-50 possibility. Either the team India is won the toss or not. So we have the 2 possibility, head or a tail. So it is called what? Possible outcome. It is called possible outcome. It is either head or a tail. So we are also taking the one more example. Suppose I am throwing a dice. So if I am throwing the dice, so what happened? We have the 6 possible outcome. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clear? We have the total outcome is 6. So if I am throwing a dice, so either I am getting a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So at a time I am get only 1 output. So this means what? We have the number of possibilities. Clear? We have the number of possibilities. So it is called what? Our probability. So it is related to the term of probability. Now second thing. So in the 10th standard, what happened? We have only one exercise, 15.1, and we have the more solve sum. We can also see the sum solve sum, because they can also ask the sum from the solve sum also. So you can compulsory see the solve sum with that exercise. So probability of an event. Event means, suppose I am tossing the coin. So it is called one kind of event, and I am giving the name of event A. Clear? You can give any of the name, B, C, D, E. It is depend on us. So what is the formula for finding the probability? We can already learn in the standard 9. We have the same formula. What is suppose we want to find out the probability of event A. So the formula is, probability of event A is number of favorable outcome. Favorable means what? Suppose I am tossing a coin and I am saying that head, so it is my favorable outcome. Head is my favorable outcome. And upon number of all possible outcome. All possible means what? Suppose we are taking one example, so you can get the idea. Suppose I am saying that find the probability of head find the probability of had if we toss the coin. If we toss the coin, so we can give its name probability of event A. And so what is the total possible outcome? First of all, we need to find out the total possible outcome. So it will be 2, head or a tail. So we can write upon 2. And what is the possibility of head? It is 1. Clear? It is 1. So what is the probability of head if I am tossing a coin? So it is 1 by 2. And if they are also asking tail, so we have the same answer, 1 by 2. Clear? If they are also asking like that, if I am throwing a dice, so find the probability of getting a 3. So it will be what? So total outcome is 6 and getting a 3, so it will be only 1. So what is its answer? It is 1 by 6. So the formula for finding the probability of any event is number of favorable outcome upon number of all possible outcome. Now we have the 3 terms which is related to that exercise. Sum of all probabilities of all the elementary events of an experiment is always 1. Clear? Suppose we are taking the one example. So finding the head probability is 1 by 2. Suppose finding a tail, it is also 1 by 2. We can give its name P of B. So P of A plus P of B. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So it will be 1. Clear? Half plus half, it will be 1. Clear? So sum of all the possible event, so it will be always 1. Clear? The probability of all the elementary event is always 1. Now next thing, probability of event E and probability of event not a E is always 1. Clear? Suppose I am saying that find the probability of head if I am tossing the coin, so it will be 1 by 2. But if I am not getting a head, so the probability is once again 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, so it will be always 1. So it means what? The event and the complementary event. Clear? Event plus complementary event, the sum of these both probability is always 1. Now, so it means what? The probability of event and probability of complementary event, the sum of these both, it is always 1. Sometimes they are asking what? Find the probability, if they are asking find the probability of event, and if complementary event value is given, so we can also find out from that formula. Because if that term is going second set, so it become minus. And suppose the complementary event, we want to find the complementary event, so this term is going second set, so we can get 1 minus P of E. Clear? So it means what? Probabilities always lies between 0 and 1. So probabilities always lie between 0 and 1. So probability is 0 or 1. Clear? So value of probability always lies between 0 and 1. It is not more than 1 or not a less than 0. It is always between 0 and 1. So now we are going to start our exercise number 15.1. So before that exercise, you need to remember all things. Clear? So first of all, they are giving us a 4 fill in the blanks. So first the probability of event E and the probability of event not E is always 1. Clear? It is always 1. Second fill in the blanks. The probability of an event that cannot happen is 0. Clear? That cannot happen 0. Such event is called, it is called what? Null event. Clear? It is called what? Null event, or sometime it is also called, suppose the probability of an event that cannot happen is 0. So such event is called a null event. And the probability of event that is certain to happen is 1. So it is called sure event. Clear? Sure, or sometimes it is also called certain event. Null event is sometimes also called unsure, or it is also called uncertain. Clear? We have in the so many names for that null event. Now next, the probability of the sum of probabilities of all elementary events of an experiment, it is always 1. We can also write down that statement. The sum of probability of all elementary event of an experiment is always 1. So here the answer it is 1. Next, the probability of event is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. Clear? It is less than or equal to 0 and greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. So we have these 4, fill in the blanks. Now question number 2. So in question number 2, what happened? Which of the following experiment have an equally like outcome? So equally means what? It is both have the same possibility, 50-50% possibility, or if we have the 5 students, so have the 20% possibility. Clear? If we have the 4 students, so we have 25% possibility. So this is come what? Equally likely outcome. So first, a driver attempt to start a car. The car start or does not start. It is event or not? No, it is not a equally like outcome, because it is depend on the so much factor. Sometimes we forget to switch the key. Clear? So they cannot start the car, and sometimes the battery is low, so we can also cannot start our car. So it is not a likely event. So here we can write answer is it is not equally like event, because it depends on so much factor. Next, second, a player attempt to shoot a basketball. They are shoot the basketball. He or she shoots or misses the shoot. Sometimes they are correct and sometimes they miss the shot. So what happened? It is a equally like event or not? No, it is not a equally like event, because it is also depend on so much factor. Suppose they are unable to catch the ball. Clear? So it is not a equally like so same reason. So first and second we have the same reason. It is not a equally like an outcome, because it is depend on the so much factor. Now third and fourth, a trial is made to answer a true false. Suppose we have the one game in which you are giving the answer either it is true or a false. So we have 2 possibilities. So it is equally like event. Suppose I am asking you one question and you are saying that yes it is a correct, or you are saying that it is not a correct. So we have the 2 equally like event, either it is true or false. So here we can write what? It is equally like outcome or event. Clear? It is equally like outcome, because we have the 50-50% possibility, either it is true or false. Next, a baby is born. So it is a boy or a girl. So it is also depend. Clear? Either it is a boy or she is a girl. So we have once again 50-50% possibility. So we haven't given the same reason here. It is also equally likely outcome. So it is our question 1 and question 2. So 15.1 question number 3. So it is asking that why is a tossing a coin considered to be a fair way of deciding which team should get the ball at the beginning of the football game. So you show the football game on our TV screen. So first of all, they are tossing a coin. Clear? So it is a fair event. Why it is a fair event? Because if I am tossing a coin and suppose A team is won, so they get the ball first, and if I am losing the coin, so what happened? So opposite team got the ball. Clear? So it have the 50% possibility, both have a same equally like outcome. So this is a fair event. Clear? So in any of the game, so you should show that if we have the two teams, so they are tossing a coin. Clear? So we can say that why the tossing coin is considered to be the fair way to decide it? Because when we tossing a coin, the outcome is either head or tail. Clear? If we tossing the coin, so the outcome is either head or a tail. So it is likely, it is a equally likely event. It is equally like event. So we cannot predict. So we cannot predict when we tossing a coin. Clear? We cannot predict. If I am saying head, so it is not depend, it is always head. And if I am tossing a coin, and it should also be the tail. So it is, we can say that we cannot predict either it is head or a tail. So it is, we can say that when we tossing a coin, the outcome is either head or a tail. So it is equally like event. So we cannot predict when we tossing a coin. So it is called what? It is a fair way to deciding the which team should get the ball at the beginning. Now next question number 4. So they are saying that which of the following cannot, you must remember that thing, cannot be the probability of event. So we have one condition, 0 greater than or equal to P of E. Clear? The probability is always between 0 and 1. Clear? It is greater than 0 and less than 1. So 2 by 3. So value is between 0 and 1. So yes, it is event. Yes. So it is event outcome. Second, minus 1.5. So here they are saying the probability is always between 0 and 1. So it is not a negative value. So we can say that no, it is not a event outcome. Now 15%. So it means 15 upon 100. Clear? It means 15 upon 100. So answer, it is 0.15. So it is between 0 and 1. 0.15 is. So we can say that yes, it is event outcome. Now next, 0.7. So 0.7 means we can write like that, 7 by 10. So 0.7 is always lies between 0 and 1. So we can say that yes, it is event outcome. Now next, question number 5. Probability of event, it is given. So P of E is equal to 0.05. Now they are asking what is the probability of not a E. So it means we need to find the value of P of not. So we have in the formula like that, P of E plus P of not E is equal to 1. Now P of E is given 0.05. If they are going second side, so it become minus. So P of not a event is equal to 1 minus 0.05. So we should perform the subtraction 0.05. So here, so 10, 9, 0. So 0.95. So what is our answer? 0.95. Clear? It is 0.95. So here we are using that formula, P of event, probability of event plus sum of probability of event and probability of complementary event is always 1. So we are using that formula. Now next, question number 6. A bag contains the lemon flavor candy. Suppose this is our bag. So here the candy is, here we have the so much candy, but which flavor? Lemon flavor only. So Malini takes out one candy without looking into the bag. So if bag contain only lemon flavor, and if I am not looking and take the one candy, so it is always lemon flavor candy. So what is the probability that she takes out orange candy? So bag neither contain the orange candy, so probability is always 0. So we can write here first event, and orange flavored candy. So we can give its name event A. So it is always 0, because the bag contain only lemon flavor candy. So it is not a possible bag have an candy of lemon flavor. So probability is 0. Now second, a lemon flavor candy. So bag contain only lemon flavor candy. So we can take any of the candy. So it will always lemon flavor candy. So second, event B, and lemon flavor candy. So answer is always 1, because bag contain only the lemon flavor candy. Now the next question, last question number 7. It is given that in a group of 3 students. So we have the 3 students. So we have the 3 students. The probability of 2 students. So probability of, suppose we can give its name, 2 students. Probability of a 2 student not having a same birthday is 0.092. So it means what? Suppose these both student does not have the same birthday date. So the probability of not a event, it is given, is 0.992. So what is the probability of that the 2 students have the same birthday? So it means what? We need to find the complementary of E. So here we can write, suppose we can give a event name is E. So probability of 2 students have the same birthday. So we can say that like that, P of E plus P of E bar is equal to 1. Now not it is given, so we can write 0.992. Here we can write P of E. Now P of E is equal to 1. If that value going second side, so it become minus. Now we can perform the subtraction, 0.992. So 0, 8, 0. So what is its probability? 0.008. So it means what? The probability of a 2 student having the same birthday, it is only 0.008. So it is our question number 7. Question number 8, exercise 15.1. The bag contains the 3 red ball and 5 black ball. So we have one bag. So here the number of balls are given. So how many? 3 red and 5 black balls. So total 5 plus 3, it is 8 ball. Clear? So we have a total 8 ball. Now they are asking, a ball is drawn a random. Suppose we are taking a one ball from the bag. So what is the probability the ball drawn is a red? So in this bag, how many red ball? 3. So we can write first, the probability of drawn a red ball. Drawn a red ball from bag. So we can say that it is our event A. So P of A is equal to, so we can, according to our definition, the total possible outcome is 8 because we have a total 8 ball. So here we can write 8. Out of 8, how many are the red ball? It is 3. So what is our answer? 3 by 8. Now second, not a red. So it is a complementary of that. Clear? So we can write event A bar means not a red ball. Clear? Not a red ball. So it means what? Not a red means what? Black ball only. So we can write P of A bar is equal to 1 minus P of A. Clear? Because not a red means what? It is always black ball. So 1 minus 3 by 8. So 8 is our LCM. So 8 ones are 8 minus 3 upon 8. So answer it is 5 by 8. We have an also alternate method. Suppose the total ball is 8 and how many are not a red? It is 5. So we can write 5 by 8. We can also find directly the answer. Now next, question number 9. A box contains a 5 marble. So 5 red marble, 5 red marble, then 8 white marble, 8 white marble, and 4 green, 4 green marble. So what is the total? 12, 12 plus 5. So it is 17. Total marble is 17. Now they are asking, a marble is taken out of a box at a random. So what is the probability that the marble taken will be red? So first of all we can write event A, drawn a red marble. So it is P of A. Now how many total outcome? It is 17. Out of 17, how many are the red? So it is 5. Now second answer. Second they are asking white. So event B, drawn a white marble. So P of B, total it is 17. Out of 17, how many are the white? It is 8. So what is its probability? 8 upon 17. Now they are asking not a green. So first of all we can find only for a green and then we can complement it. So third, event C, drawn a green marble. So P of C. So how many total? It is 17. And how many are the green? 4. So answer is 4 upon 17. But they are asking what? Not a green. So we can complement it. So P of C bar is equal to 1 minus P of C. So 1 minus 4 upon 17. Clear? 1 minus 4 upon, because answer of green it is 4 upon 17. But we want to find out answer for what? Not a green. So first of all we can find the answer for only green, then we can complement it. Now 17 ones are 17 minus 4 upon 17. 17 minus 4. So what is its answer? 13. Clear? We can also find its alternate method. Not a greens mean what? Either white or a red. So 8 plus 5, this 13. Clear? So we can also directly find the answer by using alternate method also. Now next, a piggy bank contain the 150 rupees coin. 150 paisa coin. 51 rupees coin. 51 rupees 1 rupees coin. And 22 rupees coin. So how many we have on total coin? It is 170. Total coin. Total coin it is 170. And we have also the 10 5 rupees coin. So 10 5 rupees coin. So it is 180. So total coin it is 180. Now it is equally like event that one of the coin will fall out when the bank is upside down. So what is the probability of coin will be the 50 paisa coin? So first event will be 50 paisa coin. So we can declare it is our event A. So P of A is equal to, so total coin is 180. Out of 180, how many are the 50 paisa coin? It is 100. So 0 0 cut. 2 5s are 2 9s are. So what is our answer? 5 by 9. Second, will not a 5 rupees coin. So first of all we can find for the probability of rupees 5, then we can complement it. So second event B will be a rupees 5 coin. So P of B. So first of all total possible outcome it is 180. Out of 180s, how many are the 5 rupees coin? 10. So 0 0 are cut. So it is 1 upon 18. Now we want to find out will not be the 5 rupees coin. So P B bar is equal to 1 minus P of B. So 1 upon 18. So 18 ones are 18. We can take the LCM. So what is its answer? 17 upon 18. Now next, last question 11. Gopi buy a fish from a shop for his aquarium. The shopkeeper take out the one fish at the random from the tank containing the 5 male fish. So shopkeeper have a one tank in which 5 male fish, and second 8 female fish. So 8 female fish. So total how many fish in that tank? 8 plus 5 it is 13 fish. Clear? Total fish it is 13. So what is the probability that the fish contain out is a male fish? So we need to find event A. The fish taken out is male fish. So P of A is equal to, so total fish it is 13. Out of 13, how many are the male fish? It is 5. So what is our answer? 5 upon 13. So it is our question 12 is over. Question number 12 from exercise 15.1. So a game of a chance consists of a spinning arrow which come to the rest of the point. So it is an arrow, see that arrow. So it will be moving, pointing at the one number from 1 to 8. We have an 8 number. So it will be spinning and it will be stopped either of a one number. So these are equally likely outcome. So what is the probability that it will be 0.88? So either it is here at 0.8 So first of all, the total outcome it is 8, 1 to 8. Now it is stop at 8, so it will be chance, it have only one chance. So first of all, event first answer, event A, it stop at 8. So P of A is equal to total possible outcome, it is 8, and it will be stop at 8. It is having only one chance, so it is 1 by 8. Sometimes they are also asking here 6. So once again answer it is same, 1 by 8. If they are asking 3, so once again answer will be same, 1 by 8. Now second, an odd number. So how many are the odd number? Event B, odd number. So how many are the odd number? So total number it is 8, and odd number means what? 1, 3, 5 and 7. These are the odd number. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So out of 8 number, how many numbers are the odd number? 4. So answer it is 4 by 8. So once again we can cut 4 1s are 4 2s are. So it will be 1 by 2. Now third, a number greater than 2. So which number are the greater than 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 number. So we can write third, event C, a number greater than 2. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So how many are those number? It is, so first of all P of C. So total possible outcome is 8. Out of 8, how many number are greater than 2? It is 6. So 6 by 8. So 2 3s are 2 4s are. So answer is 3 by 4. Now next, last, fourth, a number less than 9. So less than 9 means all number. Clear? So last, fourth answer, event D, a number less than 9. So it is P of D. So P of D. So 8, we have 8 numbers and all 8 number are less than 9. So 8 8 cut. So answer it is 1. Now next, question number 13. So now question number 13, a dice is thrown once. So we have a dice. So what are the total possible outcome? Total outcome is 6. Clear? Total outcome is 6 because 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Next. So dice thrown once. So find the probability of getting a prime number. So how many are the prime number? 2, 3 and 5. Clear? Prime number means what? The number which is divisible, they have only one factor, or we can also say that it having the factor, it is divisible with number itself. So these number are called the prime number. So first probability, we can declare it is event A. So event A, getting a prime number. So how many are the prime number? 2, 3 and 5. So P of A. So total possible outcome is 6. So out of 6, how many are the prime number? 1, 2 and 3 number. So 3 by 6. So 3 1s are 3 2s are. So answer it is 1 by 2. Now second, number lying between 2 and 6. Number lying between 2 and 6. So these 3 number. Clear? 3 4 5. So we can write it is first. Now second, event B, number lying between 2 and 6. So it will be 3 4 and 5. So P of B is equal to, so total possible outcome is 6. Out of 6, how many number are lying between 2 and 6? It is 3 number, 3, 4 and 5. So once again answer it is 1 by 2. Now third, an odd number. Event C getting an odd number. So how many are the odd number here? 1, 3 and 5. Which are the odd number? 1, 3 and 5. So once again we can write total outcome is 6. Out of 6 number, how many are the odd number? 1, 3 and 5. So total number is 3. So answer it is 1 by 2. Now next question, question number 14. One card is drawn from the well stuffed deck of a 52 cards. So you haven't seen the cards. So we have a 52 cards. So we have the 4 colors of card: spade, diamond, heart and club. So each are the 13 cards. So we can add these all. So total 52 cards. How many total cards? 52 cards. So find the probability of getting first a king of a red color. So we have the total 4 king. Out of 2 are a red and 2 are a black king. So first event A, a king of a red color. So P of A is equal to, total we have the 52 cards. Out of 52 cards we have the 2 red color king. Clear? We have the 2 red color because these both are a red color, diamond and spade, sorry, heart, diamond and heart. These both are a red color and these both are a black color. So we have a 2 card. They have the red color king. So 2 ones are here 26. So answer it is 1 upon 26. Now second, a face card. So we have a 3 face card. Clear? We have the 3 face card. So which one? We have the shape like that. Clear? King, queen. Clear? So we have each we have a 3 color. So total 12 card. Clear? Because 3 card for a spade, 3 card for a diamond, 3 card for a heart and 3 card for a club. So total card it is, so we can write here a face card. So we have a total 12 face card. So out of total 12 face card, P of B is equal to, total it is 52. So out of 52 cards, how many are the face card? So it will be 12. So 12 divided with 52. So 6 upon 26. Once again 3 upon 13. So answer is 3 upon 13. Now next, a red face card. So we have only 6 card which have the red color card. So third, event C, a red face card. So red face card, it is P of C is equal to, total we have a 52 cards. Out of 52 cards, how many are the red color? 6. So here 3 upon 26. So answer it is 3 upon 26. So now next, fourth, a jack of a hearts. Clear? Jack of hearts. So it is only one. Clear? We have only jack. Jack means that. So we can write, we can declare it is event D. So P of D is equal to 1 upon 52. Now next, event E. Now event D, it is only they are asking spade. So we have the how many spade card? 13 card. Out of 52, P of E is equal to 52. So here we are writing 13. So 13 fours are. So answer it is 1/4. Now next, last event F. It is a queen of diamond. It is a king of a queen of a diamond. So it is P of F. So we have a total 52 cards. Out of 52 cards, queen of a diamond. So it is only one queen of a diamond. So it is 1. So once again answer it is 1/52.